It is your girl Liz here, back with another video. I feel a little bit awkward right now because it's been so long since I sat down with a camera in front, in a chair with a light in front of me. But we're gonna make it happen. So recently I've noticed that I've been getting a lot of views on one of my older videos. It was like a come to work with me while I was doing one of my PA driving jobs. So I've had a lot of views and questions and comments on that, and even had some of you guys emailing me and going on my Instagram asking questions and stuff like that. So I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to be the best PA possible. I have been a PA off and on for about, oh my God, it's 2022, so 7 years. I have had, thousands of hours on set as a PA. I have worked as a director's assistant, a producer's assistant, an office assistant. I've assisted the camera department, an art department assistant, which I will never do again. So I came up with a list of some tips on how you can be the best PA and make the most of your time being a production assistant. So let's jump into it. The main question I probably always get asked is, how do I become a PA? How I first got my PA job was I was on Craigslist in the creative section looking for stuff like that. I don't recommend that anymore. And don't get me wrong, I've made a couple G's from jobs from Craigslist. So my first job was as an assistant for a music video. They were supposed to pay $40. Like, it was really, really low budget. I ended up staying there so long and doing such good work that they ended up giving me like $80 or $90, which I was really happy. I was just like so excited to be there. Like, I was just like, oh my God. That was my first job. And then I got a job as a photographer's assistant. That was kind of a scam. So I would definitely say, when you're just starting out as a PA, you may have to do the first couple jobs for free. There's a lot of people that make posts and stuff like that they're shooting no budget short films, and I think that you should go and do that 2, 3, 4 no budget short films in order to just kind of like see how the flow on set. It's likely going to be a shit show, but just to see how the flow on set goes. So yeah, those first couple jobs might be very low pay, no pay, and it's important to do that just so that you gain the experience. How I find most of my jobs is through Facebook. Wherever you are, New York, obviously, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Miami, LA, type in on Facebook, Miami Film, and you'll find different groups. And it'll be like groups for jobs, paid gigs, looking for actors, whatever, different types of stuff. Okay, now this is the actual on-set tips. First tip, rule number 1, be early for the job. If the call time is 8, you need to be there like 7:50, because first of all, you might need to find exactly where you need to go. You might need time to contact a production manager. You might have to go and store your belongings somewhere. It's just good to be there so you don't have to rush and stuff like that. Tip number 3, are you bad at names? Hi, I'm Liz. I'm the production manager. Nice to meet you.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ralph. I'm the PA.
3 hours later.
Hey, Ralph, can you give this coffee to Liz? She's got to give it to the director, okay? All right. Yes, I'm coming.
Liz. Fuck. Who's Liz again? Fuck. Who's Liz? Fuck.
The director's asking for their coffee. Where is it? Okay, tip number 3. If you are one of those people that say, I'm bad at names, stop that. You have to remember people's names. If you even have to sit there and tell yourself, Liz, 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 your name is Liz, your name is Liz. Repeat it back if you need to. Make sure you're paying attention. It's really important because you might be getting the name of someone who's very important on set, but you don't know who they are yet. So look at your call sheet, figure out whose name is whose name so that when you hear it, you know who to listen out for if so-and-so needs something, right? So tip number 4, spend a lot of time figuring out what you want to be on set in the future and stick to it. Not that there's anything wrong with being a career PA. Personally, for me, that wasn't enough for me, and it might not be enough for you either. It's really important to spend the time figuring out what exactly you want to do in the film business. A lot of us get into this for the love of movies. A lot of us want to be directors and producers and stuff like that. And unfortunately, it's sad to say that there are people that are literally PAing for years and years and years and never actually, you know, get to the point that they really want to be and follow their dreams. Suggest and recommend to you to really, really think about where you see yourself on set. And being a PA is actually a really good entry point to be able to kind of see how things are on set. Like I said, you can work in the office, you can work with the financial people, you can work as a director's assistant, a producer's assistant. Those jobs are hard to get and hard to find, but it can be done, right? So you can work as a camera assistant, you can work in the makeup department, you can assist wardrobe, you know, jump around and play these roles and figure out where it is you want to be on set. Like, a lot of filmmakers are very self-aware. Those of us that actually really have a love for movies and want to make films and stuff like that, a lot of us are very self-aware, and we know how much courage it takes to be in this industry. We know that what we're doing is magical. We know that the stuff that people sit down every day and watch TV for hours and hours a day, and they don't even think for a second how there's like hundreds and thousands of people behind the stuff that they watch. So a lot of people on set do believe in magic, and they do believe in dreams and helping other people make their dreams come true. When you get with a production manager, tell them, like, you know, not right off the bat, but like once you start, you know, working with them and stuff like that, if you have a moment to sit down and have a conversation with them, like if it's a downtime, which happens a lot, you know, tell them that, like, listen, I'm really interested in getting the camera department. Is it possible at some point that I can go help out camera or whatever like that? A lot of times they will keep it, they'll make a mental note of it, that that's what you want to do, that's where you want to go. They'll point you in the right direction, and they'll, oh yeah, why don't you go talk to this person, that person. Definitely be vocal about the position on set once you find it. Okay, tip number 5. This one is very important. Be proactive. Try to think of problems that can be solved before they happen. Offer help, especially to the production manager or the producer. If you're near the crafty table and you see a lot of food particles, like people eating wrappers and leaving there, pick them up and throw them in the garbage. If you hear, you know, over the walkie that they're gonna need something from the truck or from the van, get it ready. Basically prepare for things and be aware of things before they happen. Number 6 is, when you have a question, ask yourself multiple times to see if you can figure it out yourself. Because a lot of times you'll be surprised at the ways that you can figure out how to get things done. Filmmaking really is just kind of like figuring stuff out, jimmying things to other things, and coming up with stuff off the top of your head. Producers, production managers, they're very busy people. Do I need to ask this question? You know, if you're sent on a run to go buy something and you can't find something, ask a sales associate for it. Or, you know, maybe even looking up, calling another store to see if they have it, so that when you come to the producer and you're like, hey, they don't have this, but I called it this other store and they said that they have it, and then you can get the permission to go ahead. And it's like, that's that whole like preemptive problem solving kind of thing. Or if you see something that's like the next best thing. So number 7, which is kind of the opposite of what I just said. If you are unsure to choose this or that when shopping, ask first. So that's also important too. Let's say you have a Starbucks order and they don't have any oat milk. Something like that, make sure you ask first. Maybe the director is very particular and they need to have their oat milk. Before you go on and say, all right, let me just get regular milk, make sure you call your PM and ask, like, hey, they don't have oat milk here. You know, you might be able to just text and send a picture, like, is this, if it's okay if I get this? And they'll be like, yeah. And you know, you can do like that. And number 8, don't take things personally if someone doesn't always say please and thank you. Sometimes there are a million things going on at once on a movie set. You know, if you come and you bring in food and, you know, another PA or producer or something might take it from you and not say please or thank you, don't take it personally. In normal circumstances, sometimes when you have so much stuff going on in your head, you have a phone call in your earpiece, you have someone talking to you in your earpiece, and all this kind of stuff, you just, you know, sometimes those things get lost. Number 9, make the most of the experience by talking to a lot of people, especially during lunchtime. If you're in a lunchroom setting, go sit with the camera guys and join the conversation. It may feel awkward at first, and honestly, on set, like, it can be quite cliquey. Like, a lot of times the actors will sit with the other actors, the producers will sit with the producers, which I would say don't go and sit with them. I know you might want to be a producer, but don't go and sit with them at lunch. Go sit with the camera guys. It can be kind of cliquey, but you know what, you can listen in on the conversations, hear what they're talking about. They might be talking about the next camera coming up. And it's not just lunchtime. If you get to go to a rap party, this is where you know, relationships are built, and the industry is very nepotistic. I don't know if that's a word, but it's very much nepotism. Friends hire their friends, friends work with their friends. You know, you got to get out there, you got to schmooze, you got to let people know who you are. Number 10. Don't forget to network next to you with other PAs. A lot of PAs are in the same position and they also get a chance to refer other PAs. So make sure to make those connections. They may also have projects they're working on. So other PAs that you know, make sure you ask them too. Hey, what is it that you want to do? You want to direct? You want to write? Are you a photographer? Are you doing camera, doing sound? They may want to be a makeup artist, or they might want to do hair. It's very important to network this way. Now, everyone always wants to network forward and up, but make sure you network sideways too, because your peers are a lot of the people who are on the same level as you. You guys can actually collaborate and work on stuff. PAs, you know, we booked and busy, so they may not be able to work a job, and then the producer may say, okay, well, do you know anybody who you can recommend? I've had this question plenty of times. I've recommended plenty of my friends, my PA friends, to work on jobs, and yeah, it's really important. You can get more jobs and more money that way. Number 11, make use of downtime on set. You may have opportunities for downtime. Use it to read production books, write your next short, research, but better yet, go see if the department you're interested in needs help. If you are just a driver, when you have downtime, see if the camera department needs help, if that's what you're interested in. But it's usually like downtime, and it's like, go, 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 go. And then it's like, stop, nothing, wait. And then an hour, and then you're just like, go, 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 gotta clean up, gotta move this. I always bring a book on set. When I'm a driver, like in the city where it's like I can't leave the car because I'm usually double parked or something like that, I'll bring my laptop, do some writing, definitely do some reading, you know, try and make use of your time, not just scrolling on Instagram. Number 12, make sure you have your notes app available like I do, so that, you know, if the producer is giving you a list of things to buy, you get it right there. You know, don't try and remember it. Coffee orders, don't try and remember it. I don't care if you was a server in your past life. If you bring that coffee with that cow's milk and not that oat milk, that could be the end of you right there, buddy. These days, of course, have hand sanitizer, a Sharpie. You might want to have grip gloves, like for lifting heavy stuff. Number 13, you should be happy to be there, but you're not a desperate slave. Big up yourself, man. Don't small up yourself. If something doesn't feel right, then follow your gut. There are people who will try to take advantage or could possibly put you in dangerous situations. If you run into shady people in the industry, make a mental note, and as soon as the shoot is over and you're paid, block them. There are people I will refuse to work with ever again. See something, say something. The industry has this thing, right? And you'll see it with music artists, actors. You're just gotta be happy to be here. You should feel grateful that we even hired you. Yes, I am grateful, but it doesn't give them license to treat you like crap. There are people that have died on set, okay? Like, let's go back to what just happened with Helena Hutchins, Alec Baldwin, with the gunshot and stuff like that. That is from negligence, from people on set not doing what they're supposed to do and putting people in dangerous situations. You know, I mean, back when I was in film school, there was a student who passed away on set from being electrocuted because of negligence. People could put you in dangerous situations. I would really love for you guys to check out my video, my worst production assistant stories, where I can tell you in that of different times where I was put into, it was abuse of power and abuse of my, desperation to be in the industry and to work and stuff like that. It's just like any other job. Like, there's good cops and there's bad cops. There's good therapists, there's bad therapists. It's the same with the industry. You are happy to be there, you should be happy to be there, but it doesn't mean that anyone gets to disrespect you. It doesn't mean that people can treat you like crap or talk to you like crap. In my video, I talked about being on set for 17, 18-hour days, which is way, way, way abusive, repeatedly, and being forced to drive, or I'm fired. Movie making is very expensive. Each day can cost $40,000, $50,000. Sometimes there are people that want to cut corners, and it can hurt someone, cost them their life or whatever. I also talked about this on my Instagram page. Shameless plug. Make sure you follow my Instagram, my film production company Instagram. Quick story time. I was working on this commercial. I was driving the truck, the equipment truck, and I had to put it into a garage. In the garage, there was a sign that said, do not close the gate if the trucks are running. You guys know about carbon monoxide. So when you work with these trucks and you have like a lift gate, the van needs to be on, the truck needs to be on so that the gate doesn't, you know, kill the battery. So I had the truck on, and so, you know, the crew is loading stuff off of the truck, and one of the asshole G&E guys, one of those G&E guys that just doesn't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, he's just been working for so long, he's so miserable, he just doesn't give a fuck about anything. I feel no way saying that, because there's a lot of them that have that same kind of attitude. It's like a running joke in the industry, and you'll see like memes and stuff about it. And this guy kept trying to close the gate, closed the garage gate, and I was like, what are you doing? Do you not see the sign? It says don't close the gate. And I went and opened it back up, and then he goes and closes it. You know why? I think it's because he didn't want some girl, some like little PA black girl, you know, little disgusting thing telling him what to do. And he's like, nah, it doesn't matter, whatever, no, we're just gonna close it. I'm like, you're wrong and putting everybody in a dangerous situation by trying to close the garage. He's like, what? It doesn't matter. We'll all die together. That's fine. I was like, that's not funny, and I just walked away. And I don't know, I was probably supposed to be helping them run the gate, but I left the garage, because if you want to have the truck on and pass out the fuck in here, it's not gonna be me. It's stuff like that people will put you in a dangerous situation. You're a PA, you're in an entry-level position, but you're not a piece of shit, okay? So number 14, assess whether it's worth it to give an excuse if you make a mistake. A mistake can cost a lot of time and money, but sometimes an explanation is important. This tip may be a little bit advanced. Try not to make excuses. If you make a mistake, you know, apologize, make sure it doesn't happen again. But sometimes a mistake that's made deserves an explanation. And sometimes a producer might ask you, they might take you to side and be like, hey, like, what happened here? Like, explain to me. This is a secret kind of tip. Like, I don't know if this is sus or not, but tip number 15, if you're asked to work and you just so happen to be unavailable on a shoot, make sure you don't say, no, I'm not available, no, I'm going on vacation. Say, I'm sorry, I'm unavailable, I'm working. If these people get a second hint that you're possibly not working, because people come into the industry and work and leave all the time, say you're working on something else so that they know that you're still busy and you're still working around in the industry. Number 16, this is actually a tip I just remembered off my top of my head. When you decide that you don't want to be a PA anymore, make sure that you start to tell people that. You know, you might have a production manager that starts reaching out to you regularly, or they refer you to people and stuff like that. There may come a point where you're gonna have to stop saying yes to PA jobs and only yes to camera assisting, because if you keep taking PA jobs, people are gonna keep seeing you as a PA. You need people to see you as a camera assistant if that's what you want to do. And so my final tip number 17, you are there to help, but not a slave. Productions run on the backs of everyone, including PAs. Your job is important. Take pride in it, and also don't let people treat you bad. Yes, you get coffee. Yes, you get lunch. Yes, you go shopping for the movies. Yes, you pick up garbage. Yes, you may have to get that annoying bitchy actor some oat milk, free trade, gold-plated honey milk tea from a pig from the Himalayan mountains. You might have to do all that stuff, but your job is important and you should take pride in it and have fun, most importantly. Movie industry is like addicting. I love being on set. I love the energy, and I just would never, there's nothing else I can do. There's nothing else I can do. I would be a career PA before I go, you know, sit in an office somewhere as a legal aid or something like that. Like, I just could never do that. Take pride in your work, and it's really fun, and I hope that you guys can find some good jobs that inspire you. I've worked on a lot of great stuff that inspired me. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Make sure if you haven't seen my other PA videos, you check them out. They're gonna be linked at the end of this video. And that's a wrap.